Hi, this is Joanne. You know, I've had conversations with both the kids pertaining to their dreams. In particular, my son, for some reason. I um I feel that it's our responsibility to dream. That's what we're supposed to do. We're supposed to have this connection to God at the core of our being, and we're supposed to, because we're spirits inside of these bodies of ours. We're supposed to envision a life for ourselves, envision a dream for ourselves, and go for that dream, and He'll help us. So the message of this is just to remember to dream, because I did own, a driving school, and according to society, that's a big thing for from a girl from the hood to accomplish. I did raise kids on my own, and I had a dream to start another business from the ground up, an online business, and I did, and then they came after me again. What else is new? Um, but as I spoke to in the last video, they were surprised to find that I did contact the police and that I did beat them in court. And no, the judge didn't give me the win, but I won. If they look at the court documents, and my argument beat that that lawyer's argument, and I should have won. But Canada doesn't give you the happy. It doesn't give you the win because it's not a democracy. It's not, it's the illusion of one. It looks like it should be, but it's not. There's no um, at the core of a democracy is supposed to be a justice system that upholds the law of the land, and that's not happening in Canada. A lot of judges are not enforcing the laws because they don't want their tax money spent like that, because they're not affected by the criminal behavior in the system. So the tax system, the taxes are so high in Canada, so that's how they, you know, justify. Um, that's how they vent. They just they're mean to single mothers that are asking for their court orders to be enforced. Um, they they don't get the criminals off the streets and keep them in jails because partly they're brainwashed by the politicians. They're brainwashed just, you know, not to spend money like that. And meanwhile, there's so many home invasions, so many people getting hurt and robbed and beaten in Canada. And it's wrong. We've gotten too far away from right and wrong in society. We're making, the police, one of the police officers says, well, he said, with referring to the judge speaking about me getting shot in the head, in the same breath that he filed an injunction without any evidence of me giving legal advice, because I didn't. Not one person came forward and had a complaint. Not one person said that I gave them legal advice. Not what Nobody came forward. This was just about money. They don't want, you know, people to facilitate, business people to facilitate uncontested divorces because they want to make the money themselves. They want to be able to justify, like the lawyer sent me this email going on how long they go to school and stuff, and that's his justification for, well, that's why we wanted to be able to charge that. But that's just not how the markets work. You know, uh, it's just, you know, they have understanding, they have specialized knowledge in the area of law. These aren't business people. They don't understand the markets, and they don't understand, free markets, that's for sure. Um, so, what's happening is the judges are, I'd say, in some ways brainwashed by the system, because they want it to be okay because of their high tax bracket that they're in, to to justify letting these criminals out, because in essence, criminals don't go to where the judges live. A judge said that herself. Criminals don't go and harm judges, typically. It's interesting, but they'll harm an innocent woman. But the judge that doesn't, you know, um, do the things like when they were growing up, had the judge locked up the parent of this now criminal, this, it may have been a different life for this person, just from that act alone. At the end of the day, you still have to take responsibility for your own life. Because according to the world doesn't care. The world will just take it to you. The world actually, there's a part of this world, there's many people, there's a force that actually gets off on seeing other people suffer. They actually get off on it, and they'll do what they can to try to come at you. Like when I was in the court, I felt like this judge was coming at me, because he was. It's like a spiritual warfare going on. There's heaven and earth beyond, when we live, and there's heaven and earth like right here, during, our journey of being like a human being. And there is a spiritual warfare going on, and we have to start inflicting trouble and shining light and getting evidence. People need to get their cameras. They don't want cameras in the courts. That's, I guess people have to decide for themselves if that's something that they're gonna say, what, we gotta find out why that is. No, you're not gonna broadcast somebody's personal dealings that they don't want out there, but there's other stuff going on in the court. You just watch how the judges and the lawyers are looking. It's all eye contact. So few, when people communicate with you, it's not really about the words that they're saying. It's about their body language. It's about their tone in their voice. It's about the intention of what they're trying to do. And even their appearance. I, like, my hair is a little messy now, and I have my dress on to go to church, but I still got to do my hair and put a little makeup on. But that, is, I only have so much energy in this life, and I really do want to leave this world a better place. I really want to tell people, like, some of the things you have to learn is, you need a specialized knowledge, or you need to understand, like, the financials of what you're learning in order to make a living and to provide for yourself. You need to understand, the markets. You need to understand how to market a business and advertise a business and a product, and understanding that if you started a business, like when I had the driving school and I wanted to get more customers, I would, find a way that when they read my flyer in their mailbox, the postcard, it would connect with them. So I found, they had this certain N that the new drivers had to put on the back of their car. So I had a flyer that made up to look like that N, and then I knew what product that I was going to be able to help them with, and that was the full course. Trying to teach somebody to drive safely in a 1 hour lesson is not doable. It's not enough time. The intention could be there, but it's just not going to happen. So you accept that time is something that you need to understand time and how it works, because things take time. And if you don't allow for time, you're setting yourself up for disappointment, particularly in business. So, those postcards were mailed out through Canada Post, and they were very effective. But you also need measures in place when you have employees. You need, put a camera in the car, a camera in the classroom, because people don't act right most times when they're left alone. That's just the truth. That's just the truth. And if you're nice to them, they're even more so. They'll take advantage of it. So you need measures in place. They need to know that you can go there if they decide to, do things to wreck your business. You can go there, you know, and um, so it's those are the type of skills that you need to learn, because you're gonna need to make money in this world to pay your bills and to protect yourself. Because at the end of the day, you may call somebody in your family and you say, you know what, I need a bit of help, and they may say, uh, sorry, I have bills, and you only ask me for something when you're only nice to me when you need something, and that's simply not true. That is simply not. It's a bold out, disrespectful lie. That often is the case of, is that sometimes is what they themselves do because of like resentment for some other issue. But you're not a mind reader. How the hell are you supposed to know what it is? But it's about assertiveness, about being strong, and it's about not putting up with their garbage. It's like, okay, so I've helped you all this time, and now when I need some help, you not only say no when I know that you can, you're just mean spirited and selfish, greedy, and I know where that comes from. So now you get to go through your issues by yourself. Next time, don't call me and don't ask me, and we're going to let you feel the forces of this world without me guiding you and helping you. And then you could see how that turns out for you. And then you'll know only a portion of what it's been like for somebody like me for all of these years. Yeah. So I'll spend my time helping the people that do want to help, rather than people that are disrespecting me and mean to me. And because that's what they do, and it doesn't matter. They could be a daughter, a son, a mother. It just sometimes they're family, and you just have to say, you know what? I have my world within this world, and I'm very particular who I let in. And people are, and I have no trouble kicking you out. Sometimes it's permanently. And sometimes it's just enough time for you to get the lesson that life needs to teach you, that I can't teach you as your mother. You know? But I can help, you know, people that want to help, that want some of this wisdom, that they're going to accept some of this wisdom, that they're going to say, you know what, I need to find out, like, if I'm stunned, if I don't have a lot of knowledge, if there's a lot of things about this world that I don't understand, you know, what if I do learn this marketing? What if I do start a driving school? What if I do go for my dreams and find out what the world requires? And that means like in a driving school, it's like, what are the qualifications needed? What are the steps taken to get certified? It's like if you want to bake a cake, you can't just go in and say, "Oh, well, I'm just gonna." You need ingredients, right? Even if it's just like add water, put an egg, the pan, the fork, turn on the oven. You can do all you want, but if you forget to turn on the oven, you're not gonna get a baked cake. It's the same thing, like the principle as far as business wise. You have to, you know, um, go in that direction. God will help you, right? That's the main thing. And find out the steps involved. These are specific things. You need to learn how to survive in this world and take care of yourself. Don't depend on other people. You can call 311 and non-profits, but that's small temporary help. When you want to buy a house in your newer car, so the car is not going to break down on the side of the highway and you'll be at an effect to some criminal out there. And if you want to help your causes, if help animals, help abused kids, help single moms, help you know uh, whatever your passions are in life. Hold on.